China is the big overhang, and why some think that perhaps the numbers were a little light, largely because we didn't know whether to factor in Chinese revenue or not, Ian.
Yeah, I mean, they said that in the release, and there was nothing China-related in there in terms of the data center stuff. Then on the call, they gave us a slightly extended picture which said, look, if everything goes okay, if everything gets sorted out, we might have up to $5 billion worth of Chinese revenue. And if you add that back into their forecast, then this is an amazing quarter for them. So there's a lot of moving parts.
There is, and it feels as though it's a knee-jerk to send the shares lower. Many would feel, the analyst community out there saying, look, strip this out, and this was actually quite a rich beat. But you got even more detail from the CFO in particular. Colette Kress, walk us through what she said about that 15% stake taking that the government wants on future H20 sales.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's important to frame this appropriately. This isn't some kind of political stand or dispute with the Trump administration. What she was doing was what investors would like her to do, which is to, her fiduciary duty, which is saying, look, there is no mechanism by which I can give 15% of this China-related revenue to the government as statutes currently exist. Something will have to happen before I can do that. So she was really just making a point and reassuring investors that, look, we are running this company properly according to the rules that exist.
So give us the detail on whether they do or do not have licenses to certain Chinese customers yet in the bag, and whether or not that $2 to $5 billion worth for the quarter coming could become a reality, Ian.
Yeah, and again, I mean, they were very clear to say, look, we've got a few licenses right now, but there are so many geopolitical variables in the mix here. What does Beijing want? What does Washington really want? Will there be more licenses? Will they be given quickly? And all of these, to be fair to Nvidia, are not knowable right now because, as we know, things change on a daily basis. With a social media post, the whole world changes. So I think, when people calm down and look at what was said, they'll perhaps realize that this is something which, this is a company taking a conservative, perhaps measured approach to it. And Colette told us, and that was a message that was given to investors, look, we think we'll get some of this. We're not saying this has all gone away, but we just don't know when and how much, so we're going to be careful.